Welcome to this video where we'll talk about campaign information and also how to view the information around a given campaign. So we're going to go into our campaign and we can see here obviously we've got some data about kind of what's going on. So we're going to click view on the campaign list, and this is inside campaign list and the view button. This then gives us some basic information at the top here. So there's a campaign ID, which again, if you are contacting support with any queries around campaigns, please give us the actual campaign ID number. It does really help us getting information. Also gives us the name of the campaign link, obviously you're going to send people to. Also then such things as whether it's active or not, what the webinar name is, also when any details or anything you've changed there. Also, we have the opportunity to view registrations and bookings, but most importantly, statistics. So if we look in the statistics column, what we can do here is tell the actual system when we want to see some statistics for. So what we're going to do is click on the statistics tab, and this really gives you all the information you need to be able to look inside a campaign and see what's going on. So we have a time frame here, so you can select day, week, month, year, or custom dates. So if you want to see the whole year, then obviously just click year. If you want to see custom dates, you can go right, custom dates. I want to see from the 1st of November to the 10th of November, let's say. I click refresh, and that will now spit out all the data that happened during that time. So we can see here at the top now, it tells us we had 66 registrations, 1 call booking. We then have a really nice breakdown here and a graph of what your opt-in rate is, what your view rate is, what your call booked percentage is, and how many call percentages you closed. Now, obviously, watch the individual videos around what those targets are and why they are there. Now, if they are below, we talk about in the coaching side, then they are red. Now, if they're not, they'll be green. Okay, so that's one thing just to give you an idea. It just makes life a lot easier for you. So you can see here these numbers are red currently because they're below the individual KPIs for each part of that. So obviously, it just gives you an at a glance how many page views you've had, how many people opted in, how many people viewed the webinar, how many calls got booked as a result of that, and how many calls were closed. And then also, most importantly, we also give you an overview of the webinar. So this webinar is 1 hour, 6 minutes and 19 seconds long, and you can see happening in those given period. Now, if you wanted to dig a bit deeper and see kind of generally, there's obviously lots of tutorials in the coaching side of the business that helps you understand what these graphs are and what to do about them. But it just gives you an overview of obviously what's going on with that particular webinar. So then you can fix where the problem is based on the data that you have. The other thing you can do to get more data is click on the registrations themselves. And this will then tell you basically what's happened with each individual registration. So you can see, in this case of the 66 here, you've got all the different things here. You've got their name, you've got their IDs, you've got obviously how much they watched, what stage they're at. So are they like watch the webinar? So like this first person here has watched the webinar for 66 minutes, 19 seconds. They watched 100% on that given date, but it didn't book a call. We can then obviously click inside there and that will take us to their contact record. And obviously you can see more details. And obviously there's videos about what all that data means inside the contact themselves. We can see here, like this person didn't watch the webinar. This one watched 21 seconds. But you can obviously see what stage they're at as well, and you can obviously just literally click the little button below here to go to the next page, etc. Let me show you one here that say booked a call, just so you can see the difference. So it will tell us in here. Here we go. So like this person here hit the indoctrination page, so we know they've watched the indoctrination video, they've watched the full 90%, 99% of the webinar. They actually booked a call as well, so I could then click in and see all this contact information of this person. Obviously then it will set up the call and all the questionnaire and everything else in there, which is obviously all in the contact sections as well on there. Okay, so that's basically how you would access kind of the specific contact level data, but in most cases what you'll find is you're really kind of looking at the generic statistics. And like I say, you can do the statistics based on the specific day, i.e. today, the last 7 days, the last month, the last year, or the full custom date. So most of you will probably use the custom book rates called close rates, but also then the webinar watched in 10-minute blocks to give you an idea as kind of what that is. Watch a separate video on side of this, what this information means in here, and obviously what this information means here in the support videos. Be able to give you more data about what that actually means in the statistics terms, but it gives you a breakdown for that time as to what's going on inside of the webinar.